Our guest here on KTAR.com is a young woman who prefers to be called Sarah, prefers to wear a hat and sunglasses because she happens to be in business here in the Valley, and in deference to her employer, then she chooses to remain anonymous. Because the question for today is, what's it like, Sarah, to be a meth addict? What was it like the first time you ever used that drug?
Exhilarating. It was, there's no words for it. It gave me the ability to think better, or so I thought, think better and have a longer day and do more that I wanted to do. And my house was immaculately clean all the time, in the beginning, at least.
So it's energizing?
It was. And it eventually became something I needed in order to just get out of bed in the morning. But in the beginning, it was energizing and actually fun.
Can you capsulize in a minute or so your drug history and when it started, recreational drugs?
I was in high school. I started with ecstasy. My friends gave me an ultimatum and told me to drop it, so I did. And then I got back into that again, and then I went into cocaine, tried heroin once, did not like it. I liked the uppers. At that point, I had discovered I liked the uppers. I never did smoke a lot of weed, and then the cocaine turned into an accidental trying of meth, and I didn't even want to touch cocaine anymore because it wasn't the same.
Meth is that powerful, huh?
It is. It really is. I've talked to some people that have tried it 3 or 4 times, and they never really liked it, and I just, to this day, I'm just like, why not? Like, that was awesome.
Well, you said to this day. You've been sober for how long?
Actually, it was 3 years on the 6th of this month.
Why? Why have you remained sober and clean all this time, and you had such a difficult time staying away from drugs before?
I moved out of the state of Arizona, and I met some amazing people in a program, and I dove into the program, and I was connected in every way I possibly could, and I made friends that didn't use, that didn't drink, and I had to change the way I lived my lifestyle. I had to change the people I was around and the things that I did and the places I visited in order to stay clean.
As a matter of fact, you remind me about something that you wrote in your biography for me. You said, I began running with a very bad crowd, one that led me into a very dangerous situation or situations. But the thrill of the things I did was a bigger high than the drug that I was on. Explain that.
I was running with a couple different white supremacist groups. I was doing illegal activity that if I had ever been found guilty of, I would have been in prison for years upon years upon years.
What kind of illegal activity?
I was very good at finding vehicles that didn't have alarm systems. I quickly picked up on how to open mailboxes without a key. I was exemplary at making fake checks and passing as other people.
How did you pay for the habit?
For the habit? All the things I just said. I broke into houses, I stole people's identities, I messed up my own credit just trying to pay for it when I couldn't get a hold of other people's credit to do it with.
But you told me somewhat proudly that with all the need that you had for money, and sometimes very urgent need, you never got into prostitution. Why?
No, I was never one of those girls. I was never one of the girls that sat home and waited for you to bring me my drug. I was ready to go out and do whatever dirt you were doing, which is what we called it, going out and doing dirt. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But that was just, I wasn't going to be one of those girls. I wasn't going to sell myself. I'd rather go to prison for breaking and entering than selling my body.
After years of sobriety, do you wake up afraid now?
I have a poem on my back that I wrote right before I got clean that reminds me every day that my addiction is right behind me and it could sneak up and be on me just as quick as it was.
Can you share the poem with us?
I can't remember it, and I did not bring it with me on paper. I left it in my other purse.
Well, one of these days, I tell you what, we'll have you back, and then you can just wear a low-cut outfit in the back, and you can show us the poem, and we'll read it ourselves.
Okay, that works.
But congratulations on it having that kind of an effect
It
on
does.
you. Sarah has been with us so that you can find out what it's like to be an addict. You found out on KTAR.com.